Okay, Jack, we'll try some of those Lancashire clog steps, but I'll tell you, before you get into that part of your background, why don't you warm up a bit and show us some of your fancy steps?
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that, because these old bones need warming up, honest.
Okay, what are you going to do?
Well, it's just going to be a simple soft shoe thing, just to warm me up.
Okay,
That's all.
all right.
It's only a course and a half.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful, Jack. Well, the old feet still move great, I'll tell you. Just great.
Well, the bones aren't kicking too much.
I notice you do something that I don't do, and that is when you do these that, and you put your heels down on do that last step again. Would you
You mean the very last one?
the one that you do?
The big cross one that I just did?
The
last one.
Do it, yeah. Let me see.
I got to get a little over here.
That's the one. Okay, yeah. That's kind of like a maxi,
Yeah.
and you put the heels down.
I don't do a grab off though.
You don't.
No, I don't do drag grab.
You just do a shuffle.
I'm lazy.
You do a shuffle
Yeah,
and
just-
drop the heels. Ah, that's a new one. I never
It's,
saw that,
well,
and I've never done that like that.
It's just. It's a,
Oh, sorry. They're telling us to talk
Yeah.
in the mic.
All right.
Beautiful. Now let's get back to the early days and your Lancashire clog training
well.
from your friend from Australia. Now you were going to tell us about some of the stuff he taught you.
Yeah. Now I'll tell you. I think the time step of the Lancashire clog almost tells the whole story, because from that, a lot of things are based on that. see.
Is that what we call a standard time step? Is that where it comes from?
No. I'll do a standard time step. This is the Lancashire clog time step.
Oh, let me see
as
that.
I know it. Now I don't know. I think it's
As you learned it, though,
As I learned
in,
it.
in the 35 from...
From an elderly Australian who
Australian.
Was a Lancashire clog dancer.
Okay.
And learned it in Lancashire. So anyway, here's his time step, if we can do it.
That's a time step?
That's a time step. That's the Lancashire clog time step that that he
What's
taught.
the tempo in that?
Oh, it's very
Beat the tempo. Maybe Harper can...
very fast. I'll tell you, it's hard to do with the music.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. It's tough.
Okay, now tell us more about the Lancashire steps that
Well,
you learned.
there was so many, Danny, and they're so long ago that I don't really. He did a lot of.
But they use the
healing.
heels now.
Yeah.
They use a lot of heels in the Lancashire.
He did an awful lot of things that, things like that. You know, hitting the heel
You're
on
hitting
the
your,
back,
really?
and stuff like
Now
that.
they worked
And
with
you
they
do-
worked with wooden
Wooden shoes, yeah.
shoes,
No,
with the
I
wooden
don't-
split sole
split soles,
and the wooden
yeah.
heels.
Right. I don't use them anymore because they're hazardous on a slippery floor.
So when you hit the toe against the heel, it makes a good
yeah.
sound.
Well, I've got these taps so that they do make fairly good.
I'm going to put this mic on a stand here, so I don't have to.
Okay.
I'll try this and see if it works better. Now, there. That'll pick us up, and then I'll handle it. Now, go back to the time step. You said you'd show. What do
Well-
you do as a standard time step?
Well, I do it. What I do now, Danny, is due to my age and all, I don't do routines, so I've got kind of a gimmick that I use. Actually, it is true. I go right to the meat, to the applause steps.
Yeah. Before we get to that,
I see.
yeah.
Okay.
Can we just? I just want to go to the time steps that you learned at an early age.
Oh, at an early age.
Straight,
oh.
the straight time step, straight standard,
Well,
simple time step.
They would be just strictly.
You do them on your toes. See, that's
Or the other one, the old kind of like that. Then the Australian taught me one. You know, now that's what he did. It just was a hesitation.
Yeah. See, that's do that once again, because I
Okay.
don't know that one. I thought I knew all
Okay,
the time
all
steps.
right. See, all right.
No, they're all shuffles. That's
It's
an
just
interesting
a-
time. Yeah.
it's just a-
Now, do you do them like this?
No, I never did that, Danny.
Now, isn't that's what I've known as a standard time step.
Yeah, well, you can use your the heel. I just never did it that way.
You stay on the toes.
I've done a double wing time step. Actually, the time step I always use is this one right here.
That's a good one too.
That was mine.
That's yours.
That's mine. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's what I always use.
That's similar to that Lancashire time
yeah.
step, 'cause that's got
Lancashire's mixed up in everything I do.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's mixed up in everything.
Now, do the wing. What you do is the wing time. Simple wing
Oh,
time.
well, this is not his. This is another thing. I hope I can still do it.
Oh, that's a beauty.
That's
a beauty.
just a little wing time step.
Yeah. Now, do you do this thing like this one? This.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I know as
yeah,
a standard
yeah,
wing
that's,
time step.
yeah, that would be.
Right.
But I just did this with the wing added.
I can't pick it up that fast. I mean, you'd have to teach me that if I were
Well,
to do
it
that.
comes, that
That's a-
time
that's a
step,
good
I
one.
did this time step from this soft shoe step here.
No, that's
But
lovely.
that's a soft shoe thing, so I said to myself, why not do a wing time step?
Yeah. See, when you're so tall and your feet are so big that when you do these steps, they look so marvelous because you have to do them slow. You can't do them fast, you know.
No.
And when they're done slow, you really get a chance to see what you're doing, and it kind of all comes out like you're sort of dancing in water, and it just looks marvelous.
Well,
Now, what about a cramp? These, which I call a cramp roll.
well,
Do you
see,
use
I
those
was
at all?
never taught that was a cramp roll. They just said it was a roll. I'll show you some cramp rolls when I do my little thing at the end.
Okay.
You know.
But you don't.
this-
Do you
well,
use those?
yeah,
like
I use these on things like this. I do things like that, which
Yeah.
I do. But I use what you call the cramp roll or a Robinsonian thing that you used to do. He used to do those kind of things.
Ah.
That was a Bill Robinson step. And now you go.
Oh, you've got an
It's a
extra heel in
triple
there.
cross.
Go ahead.
All right?
Yeah, you got the. Now you get a heel in there, which I
Yeah,
can't.
let's see. Hold it. Yeah. No. I'll show you a bunch of time steps. This is a Robinsonian time step.
Yeah, do that again. That's wonderful.
Okay.
That's a Bill Robinson time
That's
step, huh?
yeah, it's a slightly different, not exactly as he did. I threw in a heel or something, you know.
Okay. Oh, that's terrific. That's a marvelous one.
Then he used to do this.
Yeah, I remember that, right. Oh, that's wonderful. You know what I'd like you to do? I know you're going to do a special kind of routine that you've kind of worked out, but you know, it is so fabulous just to see you kind of ad-lib and do simple things with a nice beat going. Would you want to attempt to do something like that?
I'll show you a little something that's so effective and so easy. Now, this was inspired by Bill Robinson, but he didn't do it exactly like this. And it's just a simple slap. The slaps that he used to do were this, if you remember.
I remember that, right.
So I did it backwards. I do this. Whatever, you know.
And then you showed me the one that goes forward and back. This one, which is a devil to do.
Oh, yeah, you do that. I can't do that anymore, but you can do it.
Huh?
Because you can do that.
I bet you can. Try it.
I can't do it, no. Those are triple wings. I'm going to do some doubles in my routine, but I don't attempt that. Remember the day we tried?
Well, you did it on a chair, and I know
did it on a chair.
I went like
oh,
this
it's easy
because I have
doing
never
a
seen
chair.
that.
Can I have a chair? I'll show you how.
Yeah, let him have that chair, would you? That high chair.
Oh, a little just like this. I'll show you.
Isn't it better if the chair is high, Jack?
No, this is fine.
Okay.
This is a lot of fun to do. This is a lot of fun to do. First you do a few doubles.
The feet still go, but the body won't do them.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I can't.
That's fabulous.
I can't get up in the air.
That's the one.
But you just did them, and you can do them too.
But when I do them, they come out too fast. You know, it's hard for me to do them slow. Okay, now you have a routine.
You have that last one?
You have a routine that you're going to do, and tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I'll tell you what I do. In that I'm a little older,
Just a little.
I don't do a complete routine. Now, that last thing I did was considered a soft shoe. Really isn't a legitimate soft shoe, but
It's in the soft
shoe
shoe
tempo.
style and tempo.
Now,
right?
what I do is
Can I just make a little parenthetical aside here?
Yeah.
Soft shoe dancing was called soft shoe dancing originally because they did it without taps on it.
George
It was
Primrose.
soft shoes,
Yeah.
as opposed to what was done in George Primrose day before taps were put on shoes with the clog dance, with the clog shoes. They had the split clogs.
Right.
So there was a difference between the kind of dancing you did with the clog shoes and the kind of dancing you did with soft shoes or regular street shoes.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's why it was called soft shoe dancing. Later, we of our generation used to do what was called soft shoe dancing, but we did it with tap shoes on. But we did the soft shoe tempo, and that's what Jack did just a few minutes
Yeah,
ago.
I was just doing that. Well, now, this gimmick that I got gives me a chance to rest. Really, that's what it's doing, is giving me a chance to rest in between. I just say to the audience like this, I'll give it to you verbatim. I say, you know what's always bugged me about tap dancers, and myself included? They come out and they do a whole bunch of steps, whole bunch. And then suddenly they come to one step that the audience likes. And they applaud like mad. Wow! Why the hell can't they just come out and do that step? That's all you need. Hell. You know? So tonight I'm going to spare you the tedium of all those unnecessary steps up front. And I'm only going to do applause steps. Now, I don't want you to applaud too hard because, you know, I'm going to do about 15 of these. And these are all applause steps that I, throughout my career, got hands. I'm just eliminating everything else.
Okay,
And so
well-
when I stop, I'll do this. And when I want you to, and then I'll stop you there, see? Because no use wearing yourself out. So you want me to do that?
I would love it.
Okay. Now, I've already done the 2 time steps, the Lancashire clog time step. So we won't...
I wouldn't mind if you wanted to repeat
wanna-
it. Oh, I'd love to see it again.
Okay, we'll start with these. Okay.
Ah,
Okay,
beautiful.
that's the time step. Okay. Now, my own time step that I've used for years, but you want Okay, now I do a little thing front here. Okay, this is the murders. Okay. Okay, here's another one. I'll sweat out too. Okay. All right. Now this, Danny's what I learned was a cramp roll. See, everybody has different terminology. Here we go.
Marvelous.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, here's another cramp roll. Has a little sneaky trickle in the back.
Ah,
Okay. Here's a nice way to get across the stage. Don't have to walk just like that.
beautiful.
Okay. Here's what Danny and I were talking about, wings. These are double wings, and you seldom see them done as I'm doing it. I don't know why it's not that difficult, but here it is.
I'll tell you why. They're difficult as hell, that's why.
Okay, here's the step. Go. Well, this is Lancashire clogs, originally. Now, a lot of people say it's not. And
Oh, that's fantastic, guys.
okay, here's one coming right at you, folks. Here's one I sweat out. Oh my, oh my. Here we go.
Oh, fantastic. That's fantastic.
This is a Lancashire turn, not the way I originally, but I previously moved. And okay, here's kind of a fast step. Just throw it in as a rest. Here's a little one that I do. I don't know whether I got the room. Here's kind of a knee buster here. Do it. is my last step I call Old Tap Dancers Never Die. They just tap away. Gotta start over here. Man.
Just fantastic. Just absolutely fantastic. Now, this one that you were doing,
I got to do one more.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Almost forgot. Almost forgot. This is the one I've been sweating out. Now, I may have to do this a couple of times. Hang on. Try to do it. Okay, and
Oh, that's just fantastic. Now, is this, these things, are they part of the Lancashire?
yeah, that was originally. Those are all Lancashire.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because we call them, they call them riffs.
Side riffs, yeah.
Side riffs.
They originally come from Lancashire. I'm pretty sure of this.
Oh, that's a
I
revelation
didn't do
for
another
me.
turn.
Pardon?
I didn't do another turn. I forgot.
You want to do one now?
Let me do it.
Okay, yeah. Listen, now you
Okay.
can
I'm
stay
doing
here all
Mr.
day.
Barker turn. Yeah.
Not big enough. Don't have enough room here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, do it once
bit
again,
short.
would you? Do it once again.
Okay. Missed a few, but
yeah.
what's that? There's a crowd.
Yeah, you need a bigger area to circle around. Okay, Jack, why don't we go back in the chair and we can finish our conversation over there. I'll give you a
Right.
chance to
Right.
mop off.
Thank you.
Okay. Before Jack gets off the dance floor, I'd like him to show you that rolling action, which I call a shuffle, and that he says comes directly from his Lancashire clog teacher. Jack, would you give us that, please?
Sure, Dan. What you're referring to there is, I can go into a little deep. When we did doubles, we called them doubles in the old days. It was just a piece like this, where we were taught to turn the whole hip right from here, and it takes place in the hip, and that enables you to do an awful lot more than doing it straight like this.
Right.
Which comes. Your whole hip moves, the whole thing.
Right.
Now, we were never allowed even to do this straight. It had to be like that.
Oh, I see.
Turn
Uh-huh.
Just like this counterclockwise. Now, this enables you to do a step like I did before, but I'll repeat it again to show you how it would be. That enables you to roll.
That's with that rolling action.
around.
And that was directly from your Lancashire.
That's Lancashire
uh-huh.
clock, yeah, as I know it. Now, there may be other people that might not agree with me on
Okay,
that.
well, come on over here, because that's,
Okay.
I think that's enough dancing from you, and it was just absolutely incredible that your feet have retained that facility, and I know that you stopped dancing for, how long were you?
20 years.
20 years.
20 years, yeah.
And did you tap at all during
No,
the 20
I
years?
did not. I did. I sang for for benefits and things like that. But
Anyway, you didn't tap, and now you've just
No.
started tapping again the last...
thanks to you, because a year ago you told me, hey,
Well,
we're going to do this, and
I'm delighted that I was instrumental in getting you out of
You
out
were
of
the whole
mothballs.
thing. You were the whole thing. Without
Well,
you, I wouldn't.
Jack, it's just incredible, and I do appreciate you coming in today on this series that the National Endowment has given us some funds for, and I've never had a greater time in my life than to look at the artistry of the people that I've had the pleasure of talking to and delving into dancing, and you are one of the great artists of our time, and I do appreciate you coming.
Well, I'll tell you, if I may say something about you, it's thanks to people like you that that the dance will continue to be, well, you know, the people will
Well,
know that it's around. Thank you very much for keeping it alive.
We've got to do what we can. And,
Wonderful.
and
And
thank you.
you're a great dancer yourself, buddy.
Thank you, John.